Please tell me whether my screen is visible or not. Is it visible? Is it visible? Anyone, please respond. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, fine, thank you. In the previous class, we have seen the permanent magnet moving coil, galvanometer. We have seen that same moving coil galvanometer we are using for that same meter. That same meter we are going to use for the application of DC ammeters and DC voltmeters like that. Here, this is the basic DC ammeter we have seen earlier. This is the we are placing one shunt resistance here, and one meter is placed across the in parallel. In parallel, one meter is going to be placed for measurement of current. For measurement of current, I am going to place this shunt resistance, and this meter is going to be connected in across or in parallel with shunt resistance here. Okay, in this way, I can calculate what is the these two flow of currents are equal. ISH RSH is equal to IM RM. That basic equations I am going to take here. This is the internal resistance of the coil, shunt resistance, full scale deflection current, shunt current. Total current I is given by ISH plus IM. That same relation. This is the voltage or the drop, whatever the drop there, that is IR relation. From that IR relation, I am going to use this as voltage. These two voltages are equal. That is shunt voltage is equal to moment of the meter, voltage, that is ISH RSH is equal to IM RM. From this I can calculate what is RSH, that is given by IM RM by ISH. From this, from the basic relation, total current relation, I can write that equation as ISH is equal to I minus IM. RSH is equal to same. I am going to take this equation again and substitute this ISH here in the denominator. And after that, I am going to take this IM term in the denominator side. Then I will take this term I by IM as small m here. That is this small m. I am going to consider this small m as the multiplying power of the shunt. Multiplying power of the shunt I am considering here. That is m is equal to I by IM. Okay. In this way, I can get what is the shunt resistance here. This is for normal single range of ammeter. Then that same technique I am going to apply for the multi-range ammeters also. In this multi-range ammeters, I am going to place some parallel resistance here. I am going to place some parallel resistances here. Those parallel resistances like this I am going to place. This is, let it be, this is R1, R2, R3, R4, and another selector switch is also I am going to place another selector switch here. Let it be this selector switch S1 is placed across this R1. I am going to calculate what is the flow of current here. What is the flow of current? I am going to calculate that flow of current. Okay, across this R2, across this R3, across this, four positions can be made here. Four positions can be made, and four positions can be made, and I'm going to calculate what is the flow of current here. Okay, the range of the basic DC ammeter can be extended by using number of shunts here and a selector switch. Such a meter is called multi-range ammeter here. This R1, R2, R3, and R4 are the four shunts here, are connected in parallel, and the flow of current across these resistances is given as I1, I2, I3, and I4. The selector switch S is the multi-position switch. I can treat that selection switch as the multi-position switch. This each and every multi-position switch consists of a low contact resistance. It has low contact resistance here. That means it can, whenever it is switching over from the one position to the another position, it should carry some low current here. If it carries high current, automatically some short circuit may happen, and it is going to damage the entire apparatus here. Like that, it should maintain some low flow of contact. It should maintain some low contact resistance, thereby it should it will give the high flow of current here. Okay, it makes the that switch is going to be takes place, that switch is going to be takes place as make before break type. Make before break type అంటే ప్రీవియస్ స్విచ్ పొజిషన్లో ఉందమ్మా, స్విచ్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంది, అది బ్రేక్ చేసుకొని నార్మల్ న్యూ పొజిషన్కి వచ్చేటప్పుడు దానికి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకూడదు అనమాట. ప్రీవియస్ పొజిషన్లో ఉన్న స్విచ్ పొజిషన్ ప్రజెంట్ పొజిషన్కి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా చూసుకోవాలంట. మేక్ బిఫోర్ బ్రేక్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ స్విచ్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్డ్ హియర్ ఫర్ ద రేంజ్ చేంజింగ్ సేక్. అంటే ఈ స్విచ్ పొజిషన్, ఈ స్విచ్ ఏ టైప్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు, మేక్ బిఫోర్ బ్రేక్ టైప్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు అనమాట. This is if the ordinary switch use చేస్తే while the range changes the switch remains open. మనం ఆర్డినరీ స్విచ్ యూస్ చేస్తే ఏంటంటే చేంజ్ ఓవర్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే అది ఓపెన్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అండ్ ఫుల్ కరెంట్ పాసెస్ త్రూ ది మీటర్. అది ఓపెన్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంటుంటే ఫుల్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి పాస్ టు ది మీటర్ అండ్ ద మీటర్ మే డ్యామేజెస్ హియర్. దట్ ఈస్ ద పాయింట్ వీ హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్డ్ ఎర్లియర్. Okay, the meter may get damaged due to the such a high flow of current. So make before break switch is used. This is one of the advantage for using of that switch. Okay, the design of such switch is that is so that it makes contact with an external before completely breaking the contact with the previous terminal. The multi-range ammeters are used for the ranges up to 50 amps. 50 amps I can use this multi-range ammeter here. While using this multi-range ammeter, highest range should be used first. First I am going to use, let it be, this is the highest range switch, highest range one, and these are the lowest range ones. I am supposed to use this highest range, then only I can use this lowest range. That by using the highest range first will give the some accurate results like that. Okay, here highest range should be used first, and then the current range should be decreased till good upscaling reading is obtained. All the shunts are very precise resistances, and hence cost of such multi-range ammeter is high. Single range ammeter is high anukunte, multi-range automatically the cost of that multi-range is very high. Next, we will go for mathematical analysis of basic DC ammeter is equal to applicable for the multi-range also. Whatever we have seen for the single range type of ammeter, that same equations I am going to apply for this multi-range ammeter also. That is given by R1 in the previous section, that RSH is equal to Rm by m minus 1, like that we have seen. This same relation I am going to use here, but I am considering this as R1, R2, R3, so on Rn. How many number of ranges I can consider, that much number of resistances I can be, that can be applicable here. Okay, that is R1 is equal to Rm by m1 minus 1, R2 is equal to Rm by m2 minus 1. Multiplying factor changes here, indication changes here, and so on, where m1, m2, m3 and so on are the shunt multiplying powers for the currents here, that is I1, I2 and I3. The major point we should consider here is basic key point for the circuit. What is the key point for the circuit? For the circuit construction of the circuit is, we are placing shunt resistance here for each and every flow of current, and selector switch S is maintained. This selector switch is make before break type. Why? Because a normal switch is placed here, then a large amount of current flow will take place across this meter, and it may damages the meter. That's why I am going to use here make before break switch. And the basic major point is I am supposed to use maximum range. First I am going to use maximum range, then I will go for the shorter ranges here. Okay, low range values I will go for further low range values. Let it be, this is 100, this is 90, this is 80, this is 70, like that. First I will go for 100, later on 90, later on 80, later on 70, like that. I will go one after the other readings here. In this way, this is the multi-range ammeter. Okay, here one problem is provided. Design a multi-range DC ammeter with a basic meter having a resistance of 75 ohm and full-scale deflection for a current of 2 milliamps. The required ranges are three ranges are given here, that is 0 to 10 milliamp, 0 to 50 milliamp, and 0 to 100 milliamps. The first range is 0 to 10 milliamps. Here I1 is, this first range is 0 to 10. I1 is 10 milliamp. Im, this is the full scale deflection for the current is 2 milliamps, and resistance across the meter is 75 ohm, sorry, 75 ohm. I got the value of current I1, current Im, and Rm also. Okay, R1 is given by Im Rm by this value I1 minus Im. Okay, and therefore I am substituting all these values here. That is 2 into first one, that is 2. Here I am 2 into 75 by I1 is 10 minus Im is 2. Therefore I can calculate what is R1 here. Second range is this one. Again same process repeats. R2 I can obtain the R2 value, that is 3.125 ohms. And third range I can calculate in the similar fashion also. R3 is given as 1.53 ohm. మీకు ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఈఎంఐలో చాలా ఈజీ అమ్మ. అదేంటంటే ప్రాసెస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు కరెక్ట్గా గుర్తుంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా మనం ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చాలా ఈజీగా చేయొచ్చు. అవి సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇస్తారు మోస్ట్లీ ఈఎంఐ. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ మల్టీ రేంజ్ ammeter. Next we will go for I-turn shunt or universal shunt type of ammeter. I-turn shunt or universal shunt type of ammeter. Students, am I audible? Some network issue is there. Am I audible now? Am I audible? Students, is my screen visible to you? Is it visible? Please respond. Anyone? Anyone please respond. Vamsi, is it visible? Rohit, is it visible? Rohit. Please, anyone, please respond. Anyone please respond. Am I audible? I hope you are getting my voice. Am I audible? Okay, next one is I-turn shunt or universal shunt type. In this I-turn shunt or the universal shunt eliminates the possibility of having a meter without a shunt. It eliminates the possibility of having a meter without a shunt. షంట్ లేకుండా మనం మీటర్ని యూజ్ చేసుకునే పాసిబిలిటీని మనం దీనిలో ఎలిమినేట్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. అంటే విడిగా ఒక రెసిస్టెన్స్ పెట్టుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది కదా షంట్ పొజిషన్లో. అట్లా కాకుండా by placing one resistance there, and we can use one after the other resistance. That is the main advantage of I-turn shunt type of ammeter. Okay, here also I am going to use selector switch type. Selector switch I am going to use, that is S selects the appropriate shunt required to change the range of the meter. It will this selector switch will select this range. Let it be, if S is selected with 1, then resistance comes into the, it is in contact with resistance R1. If it is placed across 2, then these two resistances are in series, and the resistances R3 and internal resistance of this meter is Rm. These two resistances are in series. Then R1 and R2 are in series, R3 and Rm are in parallel to these resistors. Similarly, if R3 is, if this third position, switch S is placed at third position, then R3, it is going to be in the R3 position, and it is going to, the flow of current will takes place from this R3 to the Im across this Rm here, like this. We will analyze by using this equations. When the position of the switch is 1, then the resistor R1 is in parallel with the series combination of this. If switch S1 is in position of R1, then this R1 is individual. Then this resistor as well as resistance, internal resistance of this meter is Rm. These three resistors are in series. These three resistors are in series, but these three resistors are in parallel with Rm. Okay, this is R1 is in parallel with the series combination of R2, R3 and Rm. Hence, the current through the shunt is more than the current through the meter. కరెంట్ త్రూ ది షంట్, ఇక్కడ ఒక రెసిస్టెన్సే కదమ్మా ఉంది, ఒక రెసిస్టెన్సే ఉంది కాబట్టి దీంతో కరెంట్ త్రూ ది రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఈజ్ మోర్. కరెంట్ ఒక రెసిస్టెన్సే ఉంది కాబట్టి కరెంట్ ఆటోమేటికలీ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు బి హై హియర్, whereas the resistors is more here. Three resistors are there, therefore current through this resistor is low. That is the point given here. Okay, here more, the current through the shunt is more than the current through the meter. Thus the protecting the basic meter. ఆ విధంగా మనం మీటర్ని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. రెసిస్టర్స్ ఎక్కువగా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి అక్రాస్ ద మీటర్, దెన్ ద ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ లో అండ్ వీ కెన్ ప్రొటెక్ట్ దట్ మీటర్. When the switch is in the position of 2, then series resistor R1 and R2 is in parallel with the series combination of R3 and Rm. ఇప్పుడు ఈ పొజిషన్ 2లో పెట్టాం అనుకున్నామా, పొజిషన్ 2లో పెడితే దీస్ టూ రెసిస్టర్స్, దెన్ these two resistors are in parallel. These two resistors R1 and R2 are in series. This is in series. These two resistors are in series, but these two combinations are in parallel. This is the viewpoint. When the switch is in the position of 2, then series resistors of R1 and R2 is in parallel with the series combination of R3 and Rm. The current through the meter is more than through the shunt in this position here. Current through the meter is more here. Okay, why? Because those two resistors are equal in position. In the position 3, resistors R1, R3 and R1, R2 and R3 are in series here. In position 3, these three resistors are in series here, and this resistance across the meter, these three resistors are in series, and this resistance Rm is in parallel with R1, R2 and R3. Okay, in the position 3, the resistance R1, R2 and R3 are in series and acts as the shunt here, and the maximum current flows through the meter. This increases the sensitivity of the meter. Then the maximum amount of flow of current takes place, and the drastic changeover will take place in the meter. Okay, due to the flow of sudden flow of current may takes place inside the meter, then it will acts as the more sensitive device. That meter acts as the more sensitive device. The voltage drop across the two parallel branches is always equal here. The same basic concept we are going to use here, that is ISH RSH is equal to Im Rm. But in position 1, R1 is in parallel with R2, R3 and Rm, all the summation of these three resistances here. Therefore resistance and this current shunt current is given as I1 here, RSH is given as R1, that is equal to Im, and those three resistances are in series here. Therefore R2, R3 and Rm, let it be, this is the equation 1, where I1 is the first range required. I1 is the first range required here. In position 2, R1 plus R2 is in parallel with R3 plus Rm, and therefore I2, this is the second range I2. These two resistors are in shunt, acts as a shunt resistances. Therefore I2 into R1 plus R2, that is equal to Im into these resistances R3 plus Rm. Let it be, this is the second equation. Please note it down roughly. Please note it down roughly. You can have these equations. Please note it down. This is the equation 1. This is the equation 2, where I2 is the second range required. I2 is the second range required. In position 3, R1 plus R2 plus R3 is in parallel with Rm here, is in parallel with Rm. Therefore, and this is the shunt, this is the current I3, shunt current I3, and these three resistances acts as shunt here, that is resistance R1, R2 and R3. That is equal to Im Rm. Im Rm. This is the final one. This is the, let it be, this is the third equation, where I3 is the third range required here. The current range I3 is the maximum, this current range I3. అంటే ఈ రెసిస్టర్స్ మొత్తం తీసుకెళ్ళి డినామినేటర్లో తీసుకోలేను అనుకున్నాం. దిస్ ఇస్ ది ఈ రెసిస్టర్స్ అన్నీ కూడా డినామినేటర్లో తీసుకెళ్తే ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ కరెంట్, ద ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ లో, I3 ఈస్ లో, దట్ ఈస్ కరెంట్ I3 ఈస్ మినిమం రేంజ్, వైల్ I1 ఈజ్ ఇన్ ది రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాక్సిమం. I1 ఈజ్ ఇన్ ది మ్యాక్సిమం రేంజ్ పొజిషన్. అంటే ఈ డినామినేటర్లో రెసిస్టెన్స్ పార్ట్ ఎట్లా ఉంది, I1కి ఏమో తక్కువ ఉంది, I2కి ఏమో మోడరేట్గా ఉంది, I3కి ఏమో చాలా హైగా ఉంది అనమాట. దేర్ ఫోర్ I3 is in the minimum, I3 current is low, whereas I1 current range is high. Okay, on solving equation 1, 2 and 3, I10 shunt can be designed. By solving those equations, we can design this I10 shunt type of ammeter. Okay, this is very important in ammeters. Okay, please go through this diagram once again, practice this one, practice this diagram, and we can calculate easily what is this voltage drop across the two parallel branches. We will calculate by placing the one position to the another position, what is the resistance, series resistors and the parallel resistors. By taking those series resistors and parallel resistors, I can obtain this current level I1, I2 and I3. Okay, in this way we can design I10 type of ammeter. Precautions while using this ammeter: the ammeter resistance is very low. It should never be connected across the source of EMF. This ammeter should not be connected across the source of EMF here. And this ammeter should be connected in series with the load. Ammeter should be connected in series with load. We should check the polarity of this meter also. Polarity should be observed correctly, then only connect the remaining connections. While using this multi-range ammeter, first use the highest current range. First use చేసుకోవాలి. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం యూస్ చేసిన I10 షంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ammeter ఏమవుతుంది, I10 టైప్లో ఏం యూస్ చేయాలి, ఫస్ట్ హైయెస్ట్ కరెంట్ రేంజ్ అంటే ఏం యూస్ చేయాలి, I1 యూస్ చేయాలా, I3 యూస్ చేయాలా, I2 యూస్ చేయాలా, చెప్పాలి ప్లీజ్ ఎనీవన్. మల్టీ రేంజ్ అమ్మీటర్లో ఫస్ట్ యూస్ ది హైయెస్ట్ కరెంట్ రేంజ్ అన్నారు. హైయెస్ట్ కరెంట్ రేంజ్ అంటే I1 అవుతుందా, I2 అవుతుందా, I3 అవుతుందా? ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చారు కదరా బాబు పాయింట్. ఏ రేంజ్ యూస్ చేయాలి, మ్యాక్సిమం రేంజ్ అన్నారు. ఫస్ట్ యూస్ ది హైయెస్ట్ కరెంట్ రేంజ్. హైయెస్ట్ కరెంట్ రేంజ్ అంటే we should use I1, later on I2, later on I3. Okay, so it will increases the accuracy of the device here. Okay, and requirement of shunt type, that is we should use the temperature coefficient of the shunt should be low. Shunt resistance should be stable and constant with respect to time. Shunt resistance should not carry current which will cause excessive temperature rise here. Shunt resistance should not carry more amount of current. Okay, it will leads to the heating effect. Therefore shunt resistance should not carry high amount of current. The type of material used to join the shunt should have the low thermo and dielectric voltage drop. It should possess, and due to shouldering, the value of resistance should not be changed. Shouldering ఏదైనా చేస్తే value of resistance should not be changed. Resistances should have low thermal electromotive force with copper. And manganese is used for the shunt type of DC instruments, while constant N is useful for the shunt type of AC instrument. DC instruments కేమో మ్యాంగనీన్ యూస్ చేస్తాం, కాన్స్టాంట్ N ఏమో ఈ ఈ ఏసీ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్కి యూస్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. డీసీకి ఏమో మ్యాంగనీన్, ఏసీ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్కి ఏమో కాన్స్టాంట్. ఓకే, వీ హ్యావ్ సీన్ డీసీ టైప్ కాబట్టి మనం మ్యాంగనీన్ అనుకోవాలి. అది నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ voltmeter. Voltmeter, DC voltmeter, same whatever the basic we have seen in the ammeters, that can be applied here, but we are going to consider the resistance here. That resistance is series resistance. I am going to consider here series resistance RS here. అక్కడ RSH తీసుకున్నాం, ఇక్కడ RS అని చెప్పి తీసుకుంటాం అమ్మా, అంతే డిఫరెన్స్. దీన్ని మల్టిప్లయర్ అంటాను మనం. ఈ సిరీస్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ని నేను మల్టిప్లయింగ్ అంటాను. అక్కడ మల్టిప్లయింగ్ పవర్ అంటాం, అక్కడ ఆ ఫ్యాక్టర్ని ఎం ఫ్యాక్టర్ని అక్కడ అట్లా అంటాము, ఇక్కడ మల్టిప్లయర్ అని చెప్పి ఇండికేట్ చేసుకుంటాం. అది అండ్ here the polarity positive and negative, and resistor is placed, that is RS, and flow of current across this resistor is IM, let it be, and this is the flow of current across this meter, that is IM, and resistance inbuilt resistance of this meter is RM. In this way, this is the construction of basic DC voltmeter. Okay, the basic DC voltmeter is a permanent magnet moving coil type d Arsenal galvanometer. The resistance is required to be connected in series with the basic meter to use it as a voltmeter here. The series resistor is called multiplier. ఈ series resistor ni మనం multiplier అంటాం అన్నమాట. Okay, the main function of the multiplier is to limit the current here. The why we are placing the resistance over there means sudden flow of current should not be takes place inside the meter. Therefore, I am placing some series resistor here. Okay, to limit the current through the basic meter so that the meter current does not exceed the full scale deflection value. The voltmeter measures the voltage across the 2 points of a circuit. The basic DC voltmeter is shown in figure. ఫిగర్లో చూపించారని చెప్పి చెప్తున్నారు. అండ్ ద voltmeter must be connected across the 2 points or a component to measure the potential difference with a proper polarity. This voltmeter should be connected with some polarity here, that is positive polarity and negative polarity. Okay, the multiplier resistance can be calculated as using in this format we are supposed to calculate. Let it be, again I am going to define each and every resistor and flow of current here. Rm is the internal resistance of the coil, that is meter. Rs is the series multiplier resistance. Im is full scale deflection current. V is full range voltage to be measured. From figure I am going to take this as voltage. This voltage from this figure I am going to take the KVL equation like that. V is equal to let it be, that is the closed loop అంటే ఇప్పుడు V minus IM RM plus IM RS is equal to 0 తీసుకుంటాం కదా, the equation బట్టి ఆ KVL equation బట్టి I am writing this equation here. Let it be V is equal to IM into RM plus RS. That implies V is equal to IM RM plus IM RS. I am going to consider this one. Why? Because I would like to know what is the series resistor multiplying resistor. I would like to calculate. Therefore, IM RM is equal to V minus IM RS. That is equal to V minus IM RM. That implies RS is equal to V by this one. Let it be V minus IM RM by IM RS. అట్లయినా IM అని రాయొచ్చు. This IM and this IM get cancels. Therefore, this resultant simplified equation is V by IM minus RM. This is the final term. RS is equal to V by IM minus RM. The multiplying factor for the multiplier is the range of full scale voltage to be measured and the drop across the basic meter here. Let capital V is the voltage drop across the basic meter, that is given by IM RM here, where small m is the multiplying factor that is given by, that multiplying factor can be given by capital V here and small v. small v. This capital V is the full range voltage. Capital V అనేదేమో full range voltage, small v అనేదేమో drop across meter. Drop across meter దగ్గర ఉన్న voltage అనమాట. Therefore multiplying factor small m is equal to capital V by small v, that is given by capital V. Capital V, capital V is this one, this term. Im into Rm plus Rs. Small v is this one, Im Rm. Okay. Therefore, this Im term and the Im term get cancelled. Rm plus Rs by Rm. M is m, small m is equal to this will become 1 plus Rs by Rm. Hence, multiplier resistance can also be expressed as Rs. This Rs is equal to m minus 1 into Rm here. This is the resistance. Rs is equal to m minus 1 into Rm. This is the final one. This is the required equation. Rs is equal to m minus 1 into Rm. Okay. After obtaining that one, we will see some small problem. Thus, in this way, increase the range of the voltmeter. This m times, this m factor should be increased. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible, students? I'm so sorry, today network issue is very frequently causing for us. Am I audible, students? Am I audible? To increase the range of the voltmeter m times, the series resistor required is m minus 1 times the basic meter resistance. Extension of this range of voltmeter is also possible by this m factor. By this multiplying factor, I can increase this range also. Okay. We will see some small problem. This is the given data. From this given data, I can obtain this Rm, Im, and voltage V here. From that series resistor, Rs is given by the formula Rs is equal to V by Im minus Rm. By substituting these values here, I can obtain the what is series resistance, that is 249.5 kilo ohms. Okay. Similarly, another problem is provided. The moving coil instrument gives a full-scale deflection for a current of 20 milliamps with a potential difference of 200 millivolt across it. Calculate the multiplier resistance. We are supposed to obtain the multiplier resistance here. Okay, and the given data is Im is 20 milliamps, Vm is 200 millivolt, Rm is given by Rm is equal to Vm by Im. Simple formula, Vm by Im, that is equal to 200 by 20. Then I can obtain this Rm here. 10 ohm is our Rm. Therefore, from these three values, from this Im value, Vm value, and this Rm value, I can obtain this resistance, this multiplier resistance Rs, that is given by V by Im minus Rm. By substituting all those values here, I can calculate what is the resistance here. Okay, in this way, this is the single range voltmeter. We are going for the multi range. అవే సిరీస్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ని నేను ఒక సెలెక్టర్ స్విచ్ తీసుకుంటాను. ఆ సెలెక్టర్ స్విచ్ తోటి ఒక్కొక్క రేంజ్కి ఒక్కొక్క వన్ టైము నేను చేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాను అన్నమాట. పొజిషన్ చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటే పొజిషన్ ప్లీజ్ 15 బాబు 15 నా స్క్రీన్ మీద డ్రా చేస్తున్నాం. LE 15 మీ నెంబర్ వచ్చింది నాకు. మీరు కొంచెం కాన్షియస్గా ఉండండి. మొబైల్ అటు ఇటు తిప్పేటప్పుడు కొన్నిసార్లు ఏంటంటే మీకు స్ట్రైక్ అవుతుంటుంది స్క్రీన్ పైన. అది చూసుకోండి కాస్త. This is the multi-range voltmeter. Selector switch S. This is the positions V1, V2, V3, V4, and these are the resistors R1, R2, R3, R4. And I am placing one PMMC meter here. That PMMC meter, across this PMMC meter, that resistance is Rm, and flow of current is taken as Im here. The range of the basic DC voltmeter can be extended by using the number of multipliers. These resistors acts as multipliers here. Okay, and a selector switch and such a meter is called multi-range voltmeter. The resistors R1, R2, R3, R4 are the four series multipliers. When connected in series with the meter, they can be given as four different voltage ranges as V1, V2, V3, V4. The selector switch S is a multi-position switch by which the required multiplier can be selected in the circuit here. The mathematical analysis of the basic DC voltmeter is equal applicable for such a multi-range voltmeter also. Same whatever the relation we have took there in the single range voltmeter, that same relation can be applicable here. అక్కడ RS is equal to ఏం తీసుకున్నాం, RS is equal to సింగిల్ రేంజ్లో RS is equal to V by IM minus RM అని తీసుకున్నాం. ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకున్నాం, ఈ RS ప్లేస్లో R1 అని చెప్పి తీసుకుంటాం అనమాట. R1 is equal to V1 by IM minus RM. Similarly, R2 is equal to V2 by IM minus RM, and so on. In this way, I can take these multiplier resistances R1, R2, so on. Rn number of multipliers can be added for the circuit for multi-range. This is the practical multi-range voltmeter. Practical multi-range సేమ్ అదేలా ఉంటుంది, కాకపోతే కొంచెం వేరియేషన్ ఉంది. మనం ఇప్పుడు ఐటాన్ షంట్ టైప్ చూసాం కదా, అట్లానే కొంచెం వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. ఇది సేమ్ series resistors I have took there, that is R1, R2, R3, R4. That position switch is also taking place here, that is a switch S1, V1 position, V2 position, V3, V4. Basic meter RM. The same small slight change is there. In this arrangement, multipliers are connected in a series string format. The connections are brought out from the junctions of the resistances. The selector switch is used to select the required voltage range. Here, when the switch S is at position 1 అనుకుందాం, at position V1, then the resistors ఇక్కడ పొజిషన్లో V1 పొజిషన్లో పెట్టామమ్మా. ఈ V1 పొజిషన్లో పెడితే ఏమైంది, ఈ రెసిస్టర్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఎట్లా ఉన్నప్పుడు సిరీస్ రెసిస్టర్స్. దిస్ R1, R2, R3, R4 are in series here. The resistors acts as a multiplier resistance here. When the switch S is at position V4, then the resistance R4 only acts as multiplier here. The resistance ఈ V4 పొజిషన్లో పెట్టాం, ఈ స్విచ్ S తీసుకెళ్ళి ఈ V4 పొజిషన్లో పెడితే, then this only R4 acts as the multiplier here. The R4 resistor only acts as multiplier. These are in the open position. I am not going to it is not going to affect this circuit here. Okay, V4 is the lowest voltage range, while V1 is the maximum range here. R4 acts as a multiplier resistance. V4 పొజిషన్లో R4 మట్టుకే మల్టిప్లైర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్లో యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. V1 పొజిషన్లో అయితే అన్ని రెసిస్టెన్స్ యాక్ట్ చేస్తాయి. V2 పొజిషన్ అయితే ఈ V2 పొజిషన్ అయితే R2, R3, R4. V3 పొజిషన్ అయితే R3, R4 మల్టిప్లైర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్లో యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట. అదే here the V4 is the lowest range here. V4 is the lowest range, while V1 is the maximum range here. This V4 is the lowest range. Why? Because these resistances, this multiplier resistance is very low here, whereas V4 is the highest multiplier resistance. And multiplier resistances can be calculated as in position 4 V4, the multiplier is R4. Total resistance of the circuit is Vt here. Therefore, RT is equal to V4 by IM here. Total resistance RT is equal to, at position 4, that is V4, RT is equal to V4 by IM. The flow of current is IM. And R4 is equal to RT minus RM, that is total resistances minus RM. I would like to know what is the resistance across this resistances R4. Therefore, total resistance RT minus RM here. Let it be equation 1. In position V3, at position V3, the multiplier is R3, R4. Then RT is equal to V3 by RT is equal to same ఇట్లానమ్మా, సేమ్ RT is equal to ఇక్కడ V4 రాసాం, ఇక్కడ V3 by IM రాస్తాం అనమాట. అది V3 by IM. Therefore, and R3 plus R4 is equal to RT minus Rm. That implies R3 is equal to RT minus of Rm plus R4. ఈ టర్మ్ కూడా ఇటువైపు రైట్ సైడ్ మూవ్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే మైనస్ ఆఫ్ Rm ప్లస్ R4గా వస్తుంది అనమాట. అది దట్ ఈస్ లెట్ ఇట్ బి ఈక్వేషన్ 2. In position V2 the multiplier is V2 పొజిషన్లో అప్పుడు మల్టిప్లైర్ ఏమవుతుంది R2 R3 R4. therefore RT is given by V2 by IM. ప్లీజ్ నోట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారమ్మా, నోట్ చేసుకోండమ్మా ఇవి ఈ ఈక్వేషన్స్ బెటర్. ఒకసారి రఫ్గా అయినా నోట్ చేసుకోండి ప్లీజ్. RT at position V4, RT is equal to V4 by IM, then R4 is equal to RT minus RM. Then third position V3, then R3 plus R4 is a multiplying factor. RT is equal to V3 by IM. R3 plus R3 plus R4 is equal to RT minus RM. R3 is given by third position కదా మనకు కావాల్సింది రెసిస్టర్ R3 కావాలి. R3 is given by RT minus RM plus R4. At position V2 the multiplier is R2 plus R3 plus R4. therefore RT is equal to V2 by IM. And these two resistances I am considering here, that is R2 plus R3 plus R4 is equal to RT minus RM. That implies I would like to know this R2. Therefore R2 is equal to RT minus of RM plus R3 plus R4. Let it be, this is equation 3. Similarly at position V1 the multiplier is all the resistances, that is R1 R2 R3 R4. RT is equal to V1 by IM. V1 by IM, that is resistances, and resistances R1 R2 plus R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 is equal to R2 minus R1. Therefore R1 is equal to RT minus of RM plus R2 plus R3 plus R4. These are the equation 1 2 3 4. Okay, using these equations, 4 equations, multipliers can be designed. మనం మల్టిప్లేయర్స్ ఆ 4 ఈక్వేషన్స్ యూస్ చేసి డిఫరెంట్గా డిజైన్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. మనకు R1 వాల్యూ ఎట్లా కావాలి, R2 వాల్యూ ఎట్లా కావాలి, R3 వాల్యూ, R4 వాల్యూ మన రిక్వైర్మెంట్కి తగ్గట్లుగా మనం చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. ఆ రెసిస్టెన్సెస్ వాల్యూస్ని చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటూ మన సర్క్యూట్కి తగ్గట్లుగా మనం పొజిషన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. The advantage of this arrangement is that the multiplier except R4 have standard resistance values. R4 except R4కు తప్పించి మిగతా వాల్యూస్ అన్నింటిలో కూడా స్టాండర్డ్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి అనమాట. అండ్ కెన్ బి అబ్టైన్డ్ commercially in precision tolerances. The first resistance, that is R4, only is the resistance having special value. R4 value ke special values ఇవ్వాల్సి ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అది and must be manufactured specially to meet the circuit requirement తగ్గట్లుగా మీటర్ దగ్గరగా ఉండే రెసిస్టెన్సెస్, that is R4, we should make that resistor in this special way. Okay, one problem is also provided with some 3 ranges here, that is 0 to 10 volt, 0 to 50 volt, 0 to 4 ranges, 0 to 100 volt, 0 to 500 volt. Given data is RM, given data internal resistance is 50 ohm is provided, and full scale deflection current is 2 milliamps is provided. At position 4 V4 voltage is equal to, this is the maximum voltage, this is 10 volt, and series multiplier is R4 here. Therefore from the derivative part we have obtained this relation. This is the basic relation, RS is equal to V by IM minus RM. From this basic relation I can that implies I can write this equation here. R4 is equal to V4 by IM minus RM. By substituting these values, V4 value 10, IM value 2 milliamp, RM value is 50. By substituting these values I can obtain what is R4, that is 4.95 kilo ohms. Similarly V3 50 volt, maximum voltage is 50 volt. Series multiplier resistance is R3 plus R4, and R4 plus R3 is equal to V3 by IM minus RM. That implies R3 is equal to, substituting all these values I can obtain this R3 value, that is 20 kilo ohms. Similarly position V2, and series multiplier is R2 plus R3 plus R4, that is equal to V2 by IM minus RM. R2 is equal to, by substituting all the values, 25 kilo ohms. And position V1 V1 by substituting multiplier resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4. అవి సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి మనకి 200 కిలో ఓమ్స్. R1 resistance is 200, R2 is 25 kilo ohm, R3 is 20, R4 is approximately 5 kilo ohm, like that. Okay, in this way there are different range of resistances can be calculated for multi range of voltmeters. Okay, and next sensitivity of voltmeters. In a multi-range voltmeter, the ratio of the total resistances RT to the voltage range remains same. Sensitivity of voltmeter is the reciprocal of the full-scale deflection current of the meter here. Simply, sensitivity S is equal to 1 by full-scale deflection current here. That is given by S is equal to 1 by IM. ఇది కంపల్సరీ 2 మార్క్స్కి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఈ రిలేషన్. సెన్సిటివిటీ ఆఫ్ వోల్ట్మీటర్. Sensitivity of voltmeter is given by reciprocal of full scale deflection current here. That is S is equal to 1 by Im, that is ohm per volt or kilo ohm per volt. Internal resistance of voltmeter, that is equal to maximum voltage into sensitivity. Internal resistance of voltmeter is given by maximum voltage range into sensitivity here. The sensitivity is useful in calculating the resistance of multiplier in DC voltmeter. Let us see the sensitivity. Rm is internal resistance here. Thus multiplier resistance can be obtained as first relation లో మనం ఫస్ట్ రిలేషన్ ఏమొచ్చింది మనకు డెరివేషన్ పార్ట్లో. ఫస్ట్ రిలేషన్ ఇదమ్మా, ఇది ఆర్టీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు V4/IM అన్నాం కదా. అప్పుడు మనం 1/I అంటే ఏంటి? 1/I ఫుల్ స్కేల్ డిఫ్లెక్షన్ కరెంట్ అక్రాస్ ది మీటరేగా. ఇది 1/IM అంటే ఎస్గా రాయచ్చా ఇది? అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఆర్టీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు SV4 అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ ఆర్టీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు SV3, ఇక్కడ ఆర్టీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు SV2, SVM. చేంజ్ ఓవర్ టర్మ్స్ తర్వాత చూద్దాం మామూలుగా. అది మనం డినామినేటర్ టర్మ్ ఐఎంని మనం ఎస్గా రాయచ్చా? సేమ్ అదే సెన్సిటివిటీ టర్మే మనం ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ ఓవర్ చేస్తున్నాం అనమాట. ఇది సేమ్. R1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు SV1 minus of this total multiplier resistance, and R2 is equal to SV2 minus total multiplier resistance. R3 is equal to SV3 minus resistances, series resistors, and R4 is equal to SV4 minus Rm. In this way, you are supposed to tell this point also in our exam. If it is given for 14 marks like that, you are supposed to give the single range voltmeter, thereafter multi range voltmeter, thereafter this sensitivity also. This sensitivity also very important అమ్మా, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. దీన్ని మీరు ఒమిట్ చేయొద్దు డెరివేషన్ పార్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు, ఇది చెయ్యాలి. వేర్ దిస్ V1, V2, V3, V4 ఆర్ ది వోల్టేజ్ రేంజెస్ హియర్. ఓకే, with respect to sensitivity, one problem is also provided, that is this is the given data. V is equal to 500 volt, Im, Rm is provided. Sensitivity S is equal to 1 by Im. After calculating this value, Rs is equal to SV minus Rm. By substituting S here, S value here, V here, and Rm here, I can obtain what is the series resistances, that is 9.99 mega ohm, approximately 10 mega ohms. Okay, in this way we can obtain the what is series resistor also by in terms of sensitivity also, in terms of sensitivity. Next one is loading effect, last topic. It will take approximately last topic. I will only discuss key point only. Okay, sensitivity, loading effect. Here, while selecting a meter for a particular measurement, the sensitivity rating is very important here. If the meter is low sensitive, అయింది అనుకున్నాం, it consists of this meter is low sensitive meter. That means low resistance, it possesses the low resistance here. That means voltage drop is high. ఈ లో రెసిస్టెన్స్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది అనమాట. లో రెసిస్టెన్స్ వల్ల కరెంట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది కదమ్మా. ఆ కరెంట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉండటం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది అనమాట. దేర్ ఫోర్ true reading is going to be affected here. True reading is going to be affected. Similarly, therefore, and we will go for high resistive circuit కి వెళ్దాం ఇప్పుడు. నెక్స్ట్ కేస్, సెకండ్ కేస్, హై రెసిస్టెన్స్ సర్క్యూట్. దిస్ ఇస్ parallel circuit equal to flow of current I here. This is the high resistance circuit, that flow of current is the flow of current is somewhat low here. Therefore voltage drop across this high resistance may takes place. Therefore low sensitive instruments low sensitive instruments low sensitive instruments when used in high resistance circuits gives lower reading than the true reading here. This is called లోడింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్. లో సెన్సిటివ్గా ఉన్న ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ని తీసుకుంటే ఏంటంటే మనకి లో రీడింగ్స్ ఇస్తుంది అనమాట. అదే హై రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఉన్న సర్క్యూట్ని తీసుకుంటే ఏంటంటే మనకి ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట, సర్క్యూట్ని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేసి, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎఫెక్టెడ్ విత్ దిస్ లోడింగ్ అనమాట. ఆ లోడింగ్ వల్ల ఎటువంటి ఎఫెక్ట్ జరగకుండా చూస్తుంది అనమాట. అది therefore Therefore, in order to avoid this condition, we are going for the high sensitive instruments. These two are the key points briefly explained in terms of theory. థియరీలో చెప్పింది మొత్తం నేను ఇట్లా సింప్లిఫైడ్గా రాశాను. ఆ పాయింట్ చూసుకుంటే సరిపోయింది. ఈ పాయింట్ చూసుకోండి చాలు. ఓకే, ఫైనల్ high sensitive instruments are more preferable than low sensitive instruments. And the precautions, the same precautions we have adopted in voltage DC ammeters, that same precautions can be applicable for the voltmeters also. That same, this voltmeter resistance is very high and it should always be connected across the circuit. Polarities, we should check the polarity correctly. Wrong polarity may give the shortening of the circuit, and it may damages the circuit. While using the multi-range voltmeter, first use the highest range. We should use the highest range, then go for the lower ranges. Take care of the loading effect. High sensitive instrument, check the high sensitive instruments first. High sensitive instrument, later on depends upon the requirement, we will go for low sensitive instruments. Okay, taking care of this loading effect, it may minimize the sensitivity of the voltmeter. In this way, we can explain the DC ammeters here. Next, in the next topic, we will see the AC voltmeters. DC ammeters we have seen in this class. We have seen DC ammeters as well as DC voltmeters. Next class, AC voltmeters using a rectifier type we will see. Okay, these are very easy topics. You can easily cope up with these topics. Please go through this one and try to practice one more time. It will be more beneficial to you. Okay, students, strength is very poor, strength is very poor. Please try to come regularly. జనరల్గా ఏంటంటే మీకు ఎందుకు రావట్లేదో అర్థం కావట్లేదు. లెట్ మీ స్టాప్ ది రికార్డింగ్.